and she's a real girly girl, and she likes to tell tall tales, and she's really good at it, actually. She should do it professionally, really. But she's just a really fast talker. She talks really fast. She has she's, like I said, really girly, high pitch. Her pitch goes all over the place. And so I was just trying to capture her mannerisms and how she is as a person. And this is an anecdote that she told me. So.
And from the last rehearsal, what were the things we went over?
You wanted me to work on my pitch.
Yeah, just try to see if you could.
There was a few words that you couldn't hear, so I'm going to try to work on enunciation and things of that nature. So.
Great. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
First of all, you should know that I get hit on probably twice a year because a wedding ring is the biggest repellent ever. And a guy sees it and they just don't hit on you. So all my friends will be getting their drinks bought for them while I'm sitting there paying $6 a drink. Anyway, I'm coming home from Dallas, Texas, where my parents live, to Austin, Texas, where I reside. And I stopped at McDonald's in Waco, Texas, to let the girls have a little treat and get out and play on the playground and whatnot. And so we get our food, and we sit down and everything, and this big black guy starts waving at me from across the restaurant. And I'm like, okay, obviously he thinks he knows me, but he doesn't. So I'm just gonna sit here and pretend that I don't see him. So that happens for a while, and the girls are eating, and he keeps looking at me like, and I'm sitting there really intent on the 3-year-old conversation that my daughter is having, because I do not want to make eye contact with a big black guy sitting across the room that I obviously do not know. So he keeps waving at me and looking at me, and then his son comes and sits right next to me. And that makes it just all much more awkward because I'm thinking, well, your dad's going to come over here and thinks that he knows me again, but I don't know your dad. So I'm sitting and I'm eating dinner with my girls, and he comes over to me and he says, oh, pardon me, ma'am. I don't want to interrupt you while you're eating your lunch, but I knew I would just be so angry with myself if I didn't say anything. You are a beautiful woman. And I'm like, thank you. And he's like, well, my name's Eddie, but my friends call me Face. Face. He had ruined it with Face because the 1 or 2 times I get hit on a year, I get hit on at a Waco McDonald's by a guy named Face.